Hello everyone and welcome to Fred Productions. In this tutorial I will be showing you how to make a glossy apple button in Adobe Photoshop. I start off with open up Photoshop. I go File, New Document, and I change the settings from pixels to centimeters. The width I'll set to 20 and the height the same, and I click OK. Now I'm using the ellipse selection tool, and holding down Shift will make the shapes turn out as round as possible. Then I go to the color picker, choose a gray color, and either I go Control Backspace, or I will find underneath the gradient tool the paint bucket tool, and I just click to fill in the selected area. Now I go to get a drop shadow, and I want to bevel emboss it just to create a little bit of a 3D effect. And I choose the ellipse tool again, and holding down Shift I'll make another selection just slightly smaller than the gray one, and using the keyboard arrows I'll position this on top of the gray one. Now I need to go to the color picker again, and I'll choose a blue grayish color. Go to the paint bucket tool, and I fill in the selection. Now I need to go and create another layer, and I will draw yet another circle, slightly smaller than the blue one. Using the keyboard arrows I'll position it down to the bottom of the blue one. Now I'll go and change the color to something that appears almost to be white, and I fill that in. I go to blend options and set that to overlay. Now I deselect Control D, the short command. I go filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and now I'll play around with this to get the two colors to blend with each other. Oh, that looks good. Click OK. Create another layer, and using the ellipse tool I want to create a smaller oval shape. Then I need to position that on at the top of the blue layer. Now I need to go and get the gradient tool and make sure that the gradient is set from white to transparent. And holding down Shift, I will color in the selected area with the gradient. Control D to deselect, filter, blur, and Gaussian blur. And now you have to set down the level. You should set it down to around 1 pixel because it needs to look quite sharp. And now I'm going to get the text tool, and I'll put this text color to gray, a little bit lighter maybe. Yeah. And I've already downloaded the font. It's a dingbat called Famous Font, and typing A will create the apple symbol. I'll highlight that, and I'll change the size to 200 points. Now I'll just position this somewhere in the middle, and I need to go and create the final layer. It's going to be the background layer. I go Control A to select all. I go to the color picker and choose a whitish color, and I'll just fill that in either with backspace, Control Backspace, or as I did here with the bucket tool. Well, thank you very much for watching Fred Productions. My name is Henrik Lindblad, and I hope that you have enjoyed my tutorial.